just for clarification for the listeners, it says, "I am sorry for what I did to your favorite character,"
It does.
which
That's what it
is
says.
it's kind of poetic and kind of resonates in a way with the Hayden Christensen story as well, if you really think about it.
Yeah, that's true. I am actually with the Star Wars prequels, I have kind of a reading into that movie that I've never said before. Can I do that? Can I just say, like, give an interpretation of what I think the third movie is actually about?
The floor is
Because,
yours.
thank you. I've been trying to get like just the Star Wars thing going, just so I can tell the story. But I'm kind there's like a novelization coming out very soon, and I'm kind of got it in the back of my mind that maybe it's in there, and then that'll be in the news. So I was like, no, I want to tell it. I want to actually say what I think the ending is because it's very specifically. I think it's something that a lot of people miss, and I'm not saying it's a fact, but it's kind of from the filmmaker in me. The interpretation I think might resonate a tiny bit more closer to being what was intended because from a point of view of a film editor, which is how George Lucas liked to direct. He liked to do he hated on-set direction. He liked to direct in the editing booth. And something stood out about the ending of the Revenge of the Sith that I genuinely think a lot of people haven't clicked onto. It's in my opinion anyway. As a spoiler alert for Revenge of the Sith, Hayden Christensen's character becomes Darth Vader, becomes the big villain, and he does this to save the life of the woman he loves, Padme Amidala, who was a senator and original queen of Naboo. And in the script and specifically in the movie, she dies. It's one of those like Greek tragedy style stories where the hero turns into a monster trying to save his love of his life, and then she passes away, and then he gives in fully and just is consumed by the monster itself. So he becomes Darth Vader, the robot machine, alien, scary man with a red sword. But
Sword.
on his yeah laser sword lightsaber. My apologies. Um, on his way to becoming Darth Vader, the way it's written and the way it's actually delivered in the thing is the his wife Padme, she gets choked by Hayden Christensen's character Anakin. Why am I describing this like people don't know what Star Wars is? That's so stupid. So yeah,
You're
he does
good.
a force choke and she collapses, and then that gets her out the scene. And then the next, she's pregnant with twins at the time, and the next time we see her, she is in a hospital bed delivering the babies, and Darth Vader is in a post lava battle meltdown hospital bed being brought turned into a robot to in order to help him survive his battle wounds from that he got fighting Obi-Wan Kenobi earlier. And their journeys towards life and death are shown simultaneously with the cross-cutting effect, which is just going back and forth, and to each one of them. So she's giving birth while he's being born again as Darth Vader, the iconic character we all know. However, in the cross-cutting, it's not the actual first time that it happens in the movie, and there's something that stood out to me when I last watched it, specifically halfway, when Anakin is Hayden Christensen's character is trying to figure out what he's going to do and give in to the temptations of the dark side to save his wife. There is a very specific scene where each of the characters, Padme and Anakin, are looking out of windows in their represented directions as if they are connected. There's she gets like overwhelmed with bad news, and then it cuts to him crying. Like they have, I genuinely believe the characters have a force connection. And at the end, it says, while Padme is in the hospital bed delivering the twins, her vitals start to drop, and the nurse says, she has lost the will to live. And people interpret this as she's dying of a broken heart. And this is a very popular interpretation. There was a poll on that social media network called Reddit. Everyone knows Reddit. There was a poll on that, and it was like 86% or something of people believe that it was she died of a broken heart or something like that, and they thought it was stupid writing. I don't believe she died of a broken heart. I think Anakin was sucking the life out of her to come back, not on purpose, because that same cross cut happens again with the delivery and the rebirth. And as Darth Vader is coming to life, he's thinking about Padme, and she starts to lose her life as he is coming back. And I think he accidentally sucks the life out of her life force and uses it to stay alive as Darth Vader. And I think that's why afterwards the Emperor Palpatine says you killed her to Hayden Christensen's character. So I don't think it's a she dies of a broken heart. I think he sucks the life out of her and accidentally kills her in order to stay cling to life himself. So that's my theory.
Okay. Yeah, it's like the birth of Darth Vader happened at the same time as the death of Padme. Yeah.
Hmm.
It's you know, I'll say this. I really, really like that interpretation. I wish it was a little bit easier to tell, and like if that was the intent of George Lucas, I think it was too subtle to the point where it just obviously went over most people's heads, since most people seem to, buy into the theory of her dying of a broken heart, which is also an
Yeah,
interesting concept. But I think, in a way, I think it probably could have been executed a little bit better. But
yeah,
it's
yeah.
one of my favorite Star Wars movies, so I mean, it's nitpicking, I think, at that point. But yeah,
I understand. Like it does outright tell you about the broken heart thing, and it is inspired by the Greek tragedies where, like, and the old Shakespeare tragedies where characters just like got bad news and then just collapsed, and it says what happened, and it's oh she died. Like that was how they used to do it.
Romeo and Juliet.
There you go. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah,
yeah, so yeah, that's the theory that I've been holding on to like for like months, just like desperate to say it on a microphone because I was gonna, put it into writing and stuff like that, but I went, I can't. I need to talk. I need to say it because it's hard to word because it's very dry and boring and long-winded when you're just talking about cross-cutting in an article form. So thank you for letting me tell that. That's a big weight off my shoulders. That means probably nothing to nobody but me.
I'm
But
always down to talk Star Wars, so I always love to hear different interpretations, different viewpoints, perspectives. That's part of why I enjoy podcasting as a whole, and I really do like that theory. It makes a lot of sense. To me, I think it makes it better and more impactful. So I'm totally
that'd be
with you.
great. Thank you. I was going to actually ask Hayden Christensen personally, but then they started like pushing people out, so I genuinely didn't get a chance. But that was the main reason why I stayed in the lines as long as I did, because I went, well, at least I get this is like drawing me to do that, so at least I can get that off my chest. But it didn't pan out. If anybody's watching who knows him, just ask him personally. Or don't say I sent you. Just ask him like a normal person. Don't bring up internet strangers. He won't care.
Yeah, don't be weird. Well, yeah, and it's funny because that that movie, Revenge of the Sith, that was the last episode that I have done as of this moment, published, I should say, anyway, for round two of the Film Sequel podcast. I'm looking to do more. Uh, Hang tight. Promise, it's coming back.